tourism practices and appropriation of digital technology. The issue is to know if it is an evolution versus a revolution. And I will talk about a survey we have done in the Champs-Élysées in Paris. So, as you know, as me, tourism is the economic sector in which the digital transformation is the strongest. The tourism has been a pioneer sector of digital changes. There is a lot of literature on this topic, and especially literature from Dimitrios Boualis, who have published very recently a handbook of tourism. As you know, information communication technology have been transforming our world, but have been transforming also tourism very, very globally. So, of course, you know, there is e-tourism, that is the digital revolution in tourism. You can book online, you can arrange your trip with a e-guide online. You can use a tourism office online. You can have some mobility supply, new mobility supply, new information online. And of course, there is also the communication on the destination by tourists, but also by inhabitants that affect the marketing of the destination. As you can see on this slide, e-commerce is very important. It was in 2019 about 750.7 billion for travel, including accommodation. It's a bigger amount of money. So there is also M-tourism. What is M-tourism? M-tourism is to use your phone, your smartphone, your tablet in situ. That is, you will use your mobile devices inside the destination. And it is put forward that this use might change behavior and might change tourism activity in situ, that is in the destination. It is put forward that technology are very important for the experience in the destination. For instance, augmented reality, which is a very innovative technology, but also more older technology as geolocalization and so on. So M-tourism is different than e-tourism. E-tourism is to use digital technology before traveling, for instance, but M-tourism is using digital technology and digital mobile devices in the destination. We can represent M-tourism as a service innovation. You have on this slide a service innovation. What is a service innovation? Service innovation has some final characteristic of the service. We can represent as a vector of different characteristics. But the final characteristic of the service in the innovation service theory is produced by the interaction between the provider and the client. And of course, with technical, material and intangible characteristics. So what is different for M-tourism is tourism in the destination using digital technology. So you must add in this picture local context, because the local context enables you to use your smartphone in the destination. And of course, it is important to add some information concerning the value, the habits, and cultural aspects of clients. we can see that a client is, we can analyze, client with its technical characteristic, it's kind of smartphone, it's kind of tablets, but we can also analyze the client by its competencies, to use, of course, the smartphone, but also the competencies to have an experience of the destination, the competencies in terms of the value it has, and so on. So what is this picture show the M-Tourism service representation. So M-Tourism is a service innovation. Some service innovation are incremental, that is, they add a new characteristics to the final services. Some M-Tourism innovation are improvement innovation. They improve one characteristics in the vector. You can see here there is some vector, yes, of course, and an improvement innovation can improve one characteristic, one final characteristic of the service, but there is also some more radical innovation that change the total picture of the service innovation. But what is important is to understand that mobile tourism is a service innovation which depends on the characteristic of the destination. M-Tourism, mobile tourism, allow tourists to sharing experiences through social media. And it is put forward that innovation in digital technology and M-Tourism is innovation that allow to build the destination of tomorrow, that is a smart destination. You know, smart is very, comment on dit? Very important today. There's smart specialization, smart cities, smart destination, and so on. So innovation in digital technology and M-Tourism can be a tool to build the destination of tomorrow. But a very important question is to know if M-Tourism renew the tourism experience. What do we know about this question? For answering this question, of course, there is a growing use of mobile devices. I will very quickly on this topic. You can see on this slide that unique mobile users are 5.112 billion. So it's very important. There is some difference according to the country. And as you can see in January 2021, there is a growth of user of this mobile phone user. So this kind of technology are used by tourist destination to develop some strategies concerning M-Tourism application, concerning social network. In the literature, we can find three types of applications: traditional geolocation application, also QR code, but also, as I said before, augmented reality or superimposed reality application that you must download on your smartphone. But we have not many information about their effective use. Geolocation application are less innovative one, but augmented reality or superimposed reality are very innovative. But we have not information concerning the use by tourists, but also by other visitors of a destination of this kind of digital technology. So we have a study in France, in Brittany, with the reason to use the mobile. As you can see on this slide, tourists in Brittany are using their mobile for personal motive, to keep contact with family and friends, to seek for tourist information, but the more innovative elements are not present. But of course, this study was a little bit old, because in 2013, the picture, the global picture of using a mobile phone for tourism is not the same than today. So what are the results we have concerning our survey on the Champs-Élysées? We have made some survey in the Champs-Élysées in some places in the Champs, as you can see on this slide. As you know, Champs-Élysées is a very known avenue with flagship stores. It is close to luxury streets. There is many numerous bars, restaurants, movies, theaters, and so on. But there is also tertiary firms, and of course, some inhabitants, even if they are not numerous. So the survey was conducted on the Champs-Élysées. We have 408 questionnaires, which have been collected randomly. The characteristic of the sample is on the slide. As you can see on this slide, there is a 30.6% of visitors who come abroad. It is on this I don't know what the name from camembert in English. I don't know what is it.
It's a pie, part of a pie, comme une tarte en français.
Okay. Pie. Okay. Fine. Okay. It's not a camembert. So as you can see on this slide, there is some people who are coming from abroad, 30%, but numerous people are coming from France, from Île-de-France, Paris, and from other cities in France. So there is many people, and a majority of people who are coming from France. The people is young on the Champs-Élysées, with 29.9% age between 25 and 30, and 21.8% age 20-24. So it's our sample is made for young people. And a very interesting thing, we have asked for people what is the main reason for being in the Champs-Élysées. So it is we didn't define tourist as somebody who come from another region or another country. We define tourism by the aim of the presence in the Champs-Élysées. 30.6% say that they are in the Champs-Élysées for tourism, but 20.3% are in the Champs-Élysées for working, and 16.4% for shopping. As you can see on this picture, people who are on the Champs-Élysées are tourists, of course, but also are inhabitants and are present for other objectives, other type of behavior, because they pass through or because they want to make shopping, or because they work. So that is our sample. We have made some statistical analysis concerning the answer to the question. We have made a multiple correspondence analysis, which shows that there is no link between gender and the use of digital technology. We can say that today there is no difference between men and women in the use of digital technology. But we have seen that age influences uses. This is a very evident point, which is known in the literature. But we have not significant statistical links between income levels and socioeconomic category and, on the other hand, digital practices. What are the result of our survey? As you can see on this slide, people are well equipped. Numerous people have a smartphone. It is 85.6% of visitors. 71% have an internet connection, and they use the internet connection. They use free Wi-Fi. Because there is some free Wi-Fi on Champs-Élysées street, but a foreigner also use free Wi-Fi, but they are also using diversified internet access, personal, and so on. But we see that 96.5% of visitors didn't download any application for coming in the Champs-Élysées. So, and there is no difference concerning the country, foreigner or resident, the department where the people is living, and so on. So on the Champs-Élysées, there is no specific download of application. But when downloading, visitors seek mainly to find geolocalization and itinerary application. So smartphone is used for itinerary application and geolocalization. They also seek a restaurant, and they also try to obtain information on the weather. Concerning mobile devices, they are also used to exchange information. A lot of people, 58% do exchange information when they are on the Champs-Élysées, but some other do later. 86% are exchanging photography or video about the Champs-Élysées because it's a very place to be. And 71.2 foreign visitors are exchanging information by internet about the Champs-Élysées. But nobody uses the smartphone to meet someone. Nobody uses the smartphone to read QR code, to consult opinion, or to benefit from special offer. Nobody, it's very strange, nobody changed his activity after getting information on the Champs-Élysées by internet. One of the main question was, with M-tourism, you can change your behavior in situ. You can make new things. You can, by deciding to make another thing that you have planned before. But the survey confirms that nobody changed activity after getting information on the Champs-Élysées. In situ, we show the spread of the smartphone as a tool, of course, the existence of a mobile digital divide due to the age. And we show also that the place of residence has little or no impact on in situ practices. And there is a small link between the reason for visiting and the sharing of information through online application. What is also very interesting is that we identify no specific uses by tourists. Whether international or from other French regions, tourists go online in situ no more than individuals present for work purposes when visiting these major tourist sites, the Champs-Élysées. There is not a specific use on the Champs-Élysées by tourists, nor they seem to demonstrate specific use of their mobile device. Whatever the reason for being present on this site, smartphone and the internet are used to exchange video and photo, that is to share experience. So it's also a strange result, because we expect that the use of mobile device will be different according to the reason for being on the Champs-Élysées, tourism or working or shopping and so on. But there is no specific uses by tourists. So what are the main conclusions? Most visitors are equipped of smartphone with personal internet connection, and they use it inside the destination. But I have not talked about that in my presentation, but internet appears first of all as a tool to preparing the venue, but not to make some specific thing during when being in the Champs-Élysées. The further the visitor comes from, the more he prepares its venue. As I said before, there is some surprising results, because in situ digital practices do not seem to be mostly specified by the reason for being in destination. Using a mobile device is not specific to the status of being a tourist in a tourist location. We have seen that smartphone and internet are used to exchange video, image, that is to share experience, consult fake book, booking transport arrangement, accommodation, and so on. Visits are not much developed. And the most innovative possibilities, that is dedicated application, QR code, augmented reality, are not much used. So mobile device in situ seems not to be a tool of behavioral change for tourists. Digital practices on the Champs-Élysées remain conventional and not very innovative. Why? That is a question. Because the supply of information of virtual reality tools are not developed enough, are not well known, or not practical. Perhaps it is because of the specificity of the Champs-Élysées. Champs-Élysées is a place to be, and we make some picture when you are in the Champs-Élysées, but you don't want to use some very innovative application. It is a question. But another issue is to know the innovative application are not present in the Champs-Élysées. So to conclude, further work is required for analyzing the supply of digital applications, the supply of innovative application in relation to tourism, is there some supply specific to the Champs-Élysées? And it's also required to analyze the specificity of the Champs-Élysées as a tourist place. So some part of this presentation has been published in the Via Tourism review of Maria Gravari-Barbas, but just concerning the tourist practices. But we have also analyzed in this presentation the practices of other type of present in the Champs-Élysées. And thanks for your attention.